Welcome to Trimet 101. Today we're again not talking about Trimet, but we are talking about trains. Let's talk about Amtrak's Superliner cars. I won't go into much history, you can look that up on your own, but I've often thought the design of Amtrak's Superliner cars were kind of weird, and I've thought of a way to improve them. Most Superliner cars look almost the same from the outside. Entirely stainless steel with 3 lower deck windows, 11 upper deck windows, and a centrally located door. There are several variants including coach, lounge, cafe, and sleepers, and these type of cars are used on Amtrak's long distance routes. For those unaware, Amtrak runs 3 types of services: state supported, long distance, or Northeast Corridor. Only the long distance routes get these Superliner cars. Alright, now time to talk about why they need to be replaced and upgraded. I like them, although unfortunately I haven't been on any yet, but I have seen video tours of them, and their layout is weird. I'll get to that later. But Amtrak themselves announced they would need a fleet-wide replacement of all the Superliner cars by 2032. The original Superliner cars were constructed in 1975. Okay, now let's talk about the layouts. The single most oddball thing about these, in my opinion, is how you change train cars. The lower level, right? That way wheelchairs can roll. No. That would have made way too much sense. You change cars on the upper level. If you want to get a pretty good tour and first-hand experience and hopefully honest opinion on this, I highly recommend watching Technology Connections' video on these. It was actually on his second channel, where he took a really long train ride from Chicago to California. I will link that video above and in the description. So now I'd like to introduce my take on the Superliner and how I would change it and upgrade it for the future. I do not work for a company capable of constructing these or designing actual floor plans or anything like that. All of the floor plans I'll show you in here I made on MS Paint, and they're not that good. But it should give you a general idea of what the trains would look like. Fair warning, it's quite a bit different from today's existing Superliner cars, but I'd like to know what you guys think about my design. There would be 5 types of train cars: coach, cafe, dining and lounge, and 2 types of sleeper cars. However, my design does limit capacity a bit in some ways, but it's in exchange for higher comfort and higher accessibility. Coach cars would have an entrance on the center, and the entire lower floor would be for coach seating. It would have 2 spaces for wheelchairs and an accessible restroom. There would also be a door in the corner that would take you to an employee-only staircase. Once you get to the top floor, which is again employees only, this would be the area for the employees to sleep. So the employees would sleep above coach class, and they'd have their own protected area behind a locked door that only the staff members can open. The 4 corners of the train car would have the restroom, the staircase, and 2 wheelchair spots. So each corner would be filled up with something. An HVAC and electrical room would also be needed, so I would say that could just go right by the employee-only staircase. So, you want to change between train cars? That happens on the lower level. So, let's do that. Let's change train cars and see what the next one is. It's the cafe car. This is a very simple car. It still has doors located in the middle, which could be used as an emergency exit. But really, all you're going to find in here is a countertop to where you can order food or drinks from, and there would very likely be a vending machine in here as well. Behind the desk, on the employee side, is a staircase, again for employees only, that leads to the kitchen. So the kitchen would be on the upper level, all food preparation would happen up here, and there would be a dumbwaiter next to the staircase that would allow for the chefs and cooks to bring the food from kitchen level to the cafe car so that food can be served. That's it. Pretty simple car, really. Let's change to the next train car. The dining and lounge car. The lower floor would have booths and tables that you could sit at and dine at. And there again would be a door here that could take you outside, but that would again pretty much just be for emergencies only. On one side you'll find a staircase, this time a publicly accessible one. We'll talk about that in a second. You'll find an HVAC room, a storage room, and even a little restroom. Heading upstairs you will find the sightseeing lounge. And in typical Amtrak fashion, it will have the overhead arching windows that you could look out through the roof. And all of the windows on this portion of the train car would be large so that you can easily take in panoramic views all around you. The chairs here would be incredibly comfortable and would face the windows. And they'd all be able to swivel, and I believe they recline as well. In my drawing, all of the little squares that you see are supposed to be the chairs. I didn't really know how to draw those, so I just drew them as squares. Really, these are quite similar to today's lounge cars. Now, because I've combined dining on the first floor and the sightseeing lounge on the second floor, I don't really know what these cars would be called, maybe just simply lounge, but I still like the term dining car, so I've just called it dining and lounge and just kind of rolled with that. As far as wheelchair accessibility, yeah, I haven't really figured that part out. You could maybe add some sort of elevator or like a wheelchair lift that could take you to the upper level, but that sounds kind of expensive, and because the train is constantly moving, maybe that could introduce some mechanical faults. So this might be the only part of the train that should be accessible to everyone and isn't, but yeah, what can you do? Alright, on to the next train car. Alright, we're in the sleepers. I'm going to have to talk quiet. Oh, except, no. There are two types of sleeper cars, like I mentioned. I'll letter the two types A and B. So the A style, or type of sleeper car, pretty much is the general sleeper car, and it allows all passengers to pretty much get what they pay for. The lower level houses passengers in what's known as a roomette. What is a roomette? Well, it's a small room that is yours, that you pay for, that you can sleep in on the train. It takes up about half of the hallway, they're very small, and can sleep one comfortably, or two if you cram. The exit door is also located in the center of each car, and the lower floor you'll find lots of restrooms and showers, because again, you might be spending a couple days on these trains. And in one corner you'll find the staircase, which will take you to the upper level. Shocker, right? And on the upper level you will find the bedrooms. These take up most of the hallway and allow for much larger spaces. A family bedroom would be included up here, which can sleep the most amount of people in it and is the largest room. It has its own full bathroom in it and closet, as well as an electrical room, because it's kind of in a weird spot in the train car. So yeah, I know that's a little weird, but I'm trying to think of everything here. And at the other end of the hallway are additional restrooms and showers. The bedrooms themselves actually have bathrooms in them, but I don't fully understand how they've worked. And it's sort of weird because the toilet and shower are somehow a combination toilet and shower, and I have no idea how that works. So if one of you guys knows, then let me know. Do you just like stand on a platform and somehow the plumbing from the toilet also goes up to a shower head or something? I'm not sure how it works. So let's talk a little more detail about the roomettes and bedrooms themselves. They would be set up just like today's existing Superliner cars. The roomettes would have two chairs that face each other that can be combined to form the bed. A second bed can be pulled down from the ceiling if you are not claustrophobic. And the bedrooms have a wide bed that can sleep 2 people, and again, a bed can be pulled down from the ceiling to sleep a 3rd person. Alright, well, there's one more train car, so let's check that one out. Well, it's the last car of the train, and it's the other type of sleeper car. It has roomettes on both levels, but it also has large areas dedicated just for staff. Again, it has an entry and exit door in the center of the car, and this particular sleeper car also has the accessible roomette, which allows for wheelchairs to actually use the space. It's double the width of a regular roomette. There'd be a few more roomettes on the lower floor, but eventually you'll get to a door, and the entire other half of the train car here is the staff break room. This, again, is a space for staff members to hang out in. You'll find tables in here, restrooms, vending machines possibly, a kitchen, like a house kitchen that you could prepare food in, versus a kitchen you don't prepare food in. Well, there also might be lockers in here, but yeah, there's a lot that can go into this space. The upper level contains additional roomettes, as well as another family bedroom. So each sleeper car would contain exactly 1 family bedroom. But the rest of the upper level here is just roomettes. And again, on both levels you will find restrooms, showers, and all the necessary rooms. So here is what each train car contains within it. Coach cars contain 1 restroom and 2 wheelchair spaces. Cafe cars don't have much of anything. Dining cars contain a restroom, and the upper level sightseer lounge doesn't really contain any amenities. The A-type sleeper cars have 1 standard restroom and lots of showers. The upper level would also contain, well, regular bedrooms and family bedrooms, and those have their own little restroom things in them. But there would also be 1 accessible in the hallway that is a full shower. In the B-type sleeper car, you'll find the same general 1 small restroom and other shower areas, and you'll also find a full restroom with shower in the break room. In coach class, if the staff members go upstairs to where the staff bedrooms are, you'll also find showers upstairs for the staff members. So lots and lots of places to take a shower. And each car somewhere is going to have some sort of control over HVAC equipment, electrical equipment, and any sort of communication between train cars to make sure that they're all coupled together. Each train car is going to have some room somewhere that contains that. So there you go. That is what I've come up with as an updated design for Amtrak's Superliner cars. Hitting the rails in 2032. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully we'll get some sort of updated design by that point, and we'll see, and maybe I'll even make a video on the updated Superliner cars that are replacing the ones we see today. But anyways, I thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.